What is going on, fellas, and welcome back to the Director of Football, non-league to legend, where we are in charge of Saitama United, aka Urawa Red Diamonds. As you can see, don't know why I'm pointing, you can't see where I'm pointing. We're top of the league, 2 games left in the season. We could win it here before we play against Tigres, who are 6th, 7th in the league. I'm so glad that we're not playing Okayama in either of the last 2 games, because I do not enjoy playing against Okayama United or Okayama so far this year. It's been difficult. Poor Lynx have been relegated, and Mitaka Discovery is pretty much guaranteed. Really? It is. I'm going to say it's pretty much guaranteed for them, unfortunately. Since we were here last, we have lost against Kobe Leon. We were meh. We didn't. Our strikers were pretty turd for like the month of October. Then against Sunday Lumiere, where Akira Abe went, drew 2-2. Absolutely dominant in the first half. Gajdos got himself sent off, and then they just decided, let's play some football. And they pulled 2 goals back. Then we played Hiroshima in the Nabisco Cup semi-final. Oh yeah, okay. Drew 2-2. We were lucky, to say the least. Then we went and beat them 2-1 at home. Had a player sent off, Moreno, 47th minute. Pretty standard. We have a player sent off. Happens most games now. Then we played against Okayama in the Tanohoi quarter final. Drew 2-2. Very lucky to come back in this game. Had a player sent off. They scored. We didn't really have players, to be fair. So, yeah, 2-2. 1 on penalties. It was happy days. Then we played Makita Discovery, who are, like I said, in the relegation playoffs, guaranteed. Probably going to go down. Kiyama got 2 goals, and Yamashita scored finally. He hasn't scored in so goddamn long. Then in the Nabisco Cup final against Okayama, we had no players. So many players were either on international duty, injured, or suspended. It got to the point where we played Kasuge and Shup as our 2 centre backs. I think Okana was dead on his feet, so I moved Shup into his position and brought this guy on, Ozawa. 15 years old, played the game. To be fair, it wasn't that much of the game, but they scored in the 91st minute and they won the cup. So I'm annoyed by that they've won another game against us this year. It was a 91st minute penalty. It was so annoying. Then we played against Higashisoka. Not even remotely how you say it. Tashima, Hirosaki, and Moreno with the goals. Just before the Okayama game, actually, Kiyama and Moreno had a war of words. They were not happy with each other, and they were talking about how much they hated playing together. So they've pretty much been playing together since, because we are very short on players, and they're both scoring on and off. So they have to deal with it. Then we just beat Sapporo Mythos 3-1. Kiyama with the double, and then Yamashita with a 95th minute goal to seal it. As you can see, Moreno came on at some point for Yamanashi. I'm just not playing the Kiyama and Moreno. I'm trying to avoid playing them next to each other. I'm hoping that if I just play them apart from each other, then they'll be fine. Although maybe they're not. Yes. Okay, now we're struggling to connect with Gajdas. This guy is he's a bit of a troublemaker by the looks of it. Because he's complaining about a couple of different players now. that he doesn't feel like he's got a connection with. Okay, he doesn't care anymore. He's literally could not care less about any of the players in our team. Actually, I haven't looked at the hierarchy in a while. More players support me than don't, so that's good. Are either of them highly ranked? No, they're not. No. Are they? Why can't I find them? Alright, Kiyama is an other player. Moreno's an influential player. Okay. Well, it's fair enough. Kiyama would want to stop annoying influential players. Actually, because of it, it's Gajdas struggling to connect with Yamanashi because due to their differences in personalities. Oh, okay. Well, he's injured for today now. So for this game, seeing as we're 6 minutes in and we've done absolutely nothing, we've got Tamayaka in goal with Mizunuma and Kadoi playing as our wingbacks, Yamagashi and Okuyama as Okayama as our centre backs, Tashima, Fujikawa and Ishida as our central midfielders, Kiyama, Moreno and Yamanashi. After saying that I'm not playing the two of them next to each other, the two of them are playing next to each other for today. Nishikawa still has not scored a goal for us, which is fun. When your striker, who is supposed to be the best Japanese striker in Japan or outside Japan, the best Japanese striker in the world, is struggling to score goals, you have to think, is it my fault? And the answer is never. It's never my fault. It's always the player's fault. When we had that poor run of form, I blame the players. It's not my fault. This tactic has worked perfectly. We've never had any issues with it. We could, like I said, win the league today, depending on how Hiroshima get on, and if we win our game, obviously. Something I originally, when I started saying that sentence, hadn't considered that maybe we could lose this game. I'm hoping we don't. But, yeah, I'm guaranteed to be here for at least one more season, because I've signed a 2-year contract. So unless I decide to jump ship at the end of the year, we're hanging on for one more. So unless the Chinese club comes in and offers me stupid money, like they were when I was managing Melbourne Victory, I'm not going anywhere, I suppose. Yeah, no, we're not going anywhere. Okayama did lose to Suwon in the Champions League. I think it was fairly convincing. It was like 4-1 or 4-0 on aggregate. So, would we have beaten them? Yes. But because Okayama beat us, because we beat them once this year, we absolutely thrashed them. But other than that, we've not been able to play them at all. They've had the run of us every time we've played them, bar that one game. And somehow they've managed to lose 5 games this year. I don't know how Okayama are only third. Fujikawa! Kiyama's offside. I don't want to watch it again. I know he was offside. You could tell he was offside because he was so far away from everyone else. Mizunuma, short to Tashima, dinks it in. Kelvy Joel was actually playing for one of the other teams in Japan. Don't remember who it was, but we played against him fairly recently, and I was surprised that he's come to Japan, because I thought he would have made it at River Plate. He was quite a good player. In saying that, I didn't really, when I was there, give him a whole heap of opportunities. But then again, I did play him a good bit. I think I played him the most he's played in his career, I want to say. I was very good to him, is basically what I'm saying. And he's ended up playing in Japan. We're just not going to score today, are we? I feel like Moreno is having a poor game because he's just not getting enough of the ball. I also had a look at Kadoi. Yamanashi leaves the ball behind but confused the players. Fujikawa, it was a tame shot. The goalkeeper was very lucky not to concede. Kiyama's, one of his PPMs is to run down the right with the ball. So the fact that I was playing him through the centre or on the left a couple of times really didn't suit his play style, but Ishida manages to somehow get that across the line. Yamanashi with the assist. It has been so very long since I felt like we were in control of a game. This 4-3-3 formation really does not suit the way I want to play. The only time I've used this 4-3-3 other than for Saitama United or Urawa Red Diamonds is when I was managing in Azerbaijan, and we were god awful. I think in our first 12 games we had like 3 draws. We were one of the worst teams in Azerbaijan when I was managing Sabi Al Baki. And it was the only way I could get players to do well was to play 3 advanced forwards. We managed to score lots of goals and win lots of games. But that's a lifetime ago. Toshima absolutely smashes that one in. Ho ho ho! Got him! Toshima. Beautiful, beautiful goal. Kadoi did such good work there. Fujikawa does his man. Toshima just playing him as a deep line playmaker. He's the best playmaker at the squad, but he's also the best box to box and the second best Mazzala. So playing him as a playmaker feels like it's a waste of his talent. In saying that, I think his attributes suit box to box more now, because I've trained him. One of his PPMs is to get forward whenever possible. So yeah, we're 20 minutes away from winning this game. I just had a phone call I had to take in between. There may be a strange cut. Nishikawa, I thought he was underscoring. Oh, that would have been his first goal for us. But no. We've had 23 shots. They're the opposition aren't really at the races today. Actually, fuck Nasu. Hirosaki can come on. And I kind of want to make a final substitution. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to take off Kadoi. And we're going to bring on Deguchi. I'm going to play Deguchi at left back. Kiyama does a pretty shocking corner, but alright. 2-0 up. With 10 minutes left. I don't think we're going to concede twice, but you never do know. I'm not going to obviously can't make a sub because we're out of substitutes, but I'm going to move Kayama to the complete forward and leaving Nishikawa run around as an advanced forward for a little while, see if he can get himself a goal. Hirosaki, Toshima, back to Hirosaki, tries to dink it in, but it gets cleared. Yamagashi wins the header. Toshima, Mizunuma, Hirosaki, Toshima, nice little triangle here. Ishida, big boy ball forward to Mizunuma. Toe pokes it across. Ishida, everyone kind of ran for it. I went, no, you, not, That's exactly what happened. Watch, it's exactly what happened. Mizunuma, toe pokes it across. Kind of goes around, everyone just stops for a second and is like, the ball. We are playing football after all. I don't think we're going to win the league today, because I'm pretty sure Hiroshima at least drew their game. I didn't quite catch it at the end there, but it was good work. Well done, lads. Ishida, man of the match with a 9. Gotta love it. Moreno, you had one of your shit games again. That's becoming standard, to be fair to him. Performance was very good from Mizunuma. Takayama, 6.9. To be fair, he didn't have a whole lot to do. Well, Hiroshima won their game, so it does go to the final day of the season for us to try and retain our title. Deguchi is 5 appearances away from making 10 appearances. He's played 5 times for us. Fair enough. Ishida on form. Superb in front of goal. Good job. Well done, buddy. I never told you about this signing. I was on... we're bringing in... Minamino. I signed him in the Hertha Berlin stream save I was doing, and he was such a good right winger. It looks like his career really didn't do anything. He won the league with me, but he's coming to join us as a scout. I was on Clayt's stream, so Clayt, if you're watching this, there's your little shout out. Linked in the description below. And when the director of football signed Mustafa Awad, he's a fruity looking player. Look at him. Oh, he's part of the reason why I wanted to stay on for the extra year. Because with us getting knocked out of the Champions League, I thought maybe we'd just move somewhere else. But look at him. Hot. He is so good. Like, oh my god, he's going to be a beast of a player. I have no idea how much money he's going to be on though. That's the issue. I know he's signing for 625. He's going to be on 32k. With a minimum fee release clause of 7.75 million. Okay. Nobody else left? No, nobody else has left since you were here last. We will come back in just a second for the Hachijoji. That's not how you say it, is it? Hachijoji Tigres. We're back for the next game in just a second, so don't go anywhere. Alright, fellas. Here we are, final day of the season. We play Hachijoji Tigres, who, the last time we met, they beat us. Don't remember that. When did we play them last? That's kind of interesting. Oh, they did. 2-1. Oh no. I think that was Takayama's debut, actually. But Takayama's become one of our main players now. So, speaking of Takayama, he starts in goal today. Gajdas and Kadoi as our wing backs. Going to play Gajdas as a complete wing back. See how he gets on. Takehara and Sato as our centre backs. Teshima, O'Neill and Ishida as our central midfield partnership, with Kiyama, Yamashita and Arai up front. We are missing a couple of players today because of injury. Mizunuma is just going to miss out, just plain and simply. Nasu is missing out. Moreno's got an injury. Dare Kelly's still recovering from his injury. Takayama is still injured, so none of them start today. But Takahara, I think he can only play 75 minutes. Decided I want to start with him. No reason why, really. I just feel like it. Higgins, you are definitely not Japanese. You are Australian. Where did you come from? Central Coast Mariners. Very good. We should beat them. Should. We can clinch the title. Okay. Nobody cared as much as I was hoping they were going to. We could win it for the second year in a row. Not under my management, but we could be 2-time winners in 2 seasons. Or if we draw, as long as Hiroshima don't win by 20 something goals, we're champions. Yamashita, 21st of the season. Woo! Beautiful free kick. Arai knocks it across, but it gets deflected. Yamashita puts it in. 21st of the season. We've had 3 strikers on form this year. 4 strikers, I suppose, on sort of form. Yamashita with 20 odd goals. Kiyama has 12 or something. Yamanashi has almost 20. Moreno has 17 or something like that. We've had strikers that are doing well this season. Then we have like Nishikawa, who hasn't scored at all. Probably one of the worst signings my director of football made. That and the loan players he brought in who barely played, they're just delightful. Yamashita, 22nd. He's, pardon the pun, he's grown in to being a complete forward, seeing as how he's 5'5". I think he's one of the shorter players in the team. But he has really done bits as a complete forward, especially in this game. This game specifically, he's played quite well. I have noticed that Higgins, the guy we looked at the start, he's gone off injured. So we don't have to worry about him scoring, which is nice. It's a nice change. The sun is coming in my window and is acting weird on my green screen. I think it's because it's going through a box. Takahara, he was hacked down. Yamashita is going to go for his hat-trick. And he does. That's 3. 23rd of the season. That is... We're champions. We've not given away a 3-goal lead in the second half at all this year. So regardless of what Hiroshima do, if we keep the game as it is, we are the champions. So that's a nice 3-goal lead going in at half time. Yamashita with him getting himself a cheeky little hat-trick. Very pleased, lads. We won't make any changes yet. Yamashita's probably... I don't really want to take Yamashita off because he's in good form. He's playing well. Ara is probably the one I'd be most likely to take off because he is the worst player on the pitch for us. But so is Kiyama. Kiyama's not having a great game either. Yamanashi hasn't scored in a while. Tashima just hoofed that as hard as he could across, and O'Neill unfortunately is offside for his first goal. It's barely offside. To be fair, since Cathal O'Neill joined, he's not been in the best of form. He has made his international debut for Ireland, so that was nice. There's a Ukrainian guy in charge of Ireland, which I found rather strange, but you do you. Gonna give the lads a bit of praise. Go on, Takayama. Pushes it around the post. From the other post. Beautiful. They have another free kick. Oh, that was... the keeper did so well there. To be fair, I think you wouldn't take anything away from him based on that. Because that is down to a 6.3. He made a double save and they bring him down to a 6.3. Cathal O'Neill is tiring, so we bring on Fujikawa instead. Leave him have a bit of a run out. Originally Fujikawa was going to start. Right before I hit the record button I turned around and went, nah, we are going to play Cathal O'Neill because he's not played a whole heap of games. I feel like he could have played more games. I've not really given him the opportunities I think he deserves this season. Is there anybody I want to bring off the bench? Sato's not having a great game. I'm going to bring on Shoop. Shoop, who's not a very good ball-playing defender. I think he's got... Is it 5 passing? And 5 vision, maybe? I know his numbers aren't that high, so he's not the best at it. He's done a job when we've brought him in. But we are the champions of Japanese football, thanks to a Yamashita hat-trick. We have Vasquez gives away a free kick. Gajdas probably a little bit of a, a bit of divage. But we'll take it. Gajdas to Fujikawa. 40 seconds left, lads. Can we get a fourth? That'd be a nice way to crown the season off. Kadoi whips it in, gets cleared, but how far? Gets sent out for a throw in. To be fair, it's not been an amazing game to watch. You'd be fairly annoyed. It is a sellout. I think it's more or less a sellout. Yeah. 21 shots in total, 11 on target. Not a game you're going to look back at and go, that was amazing. But still, we won. No ticket tape. Yeah, seal the title with your performance there. Yamashita, dominant, very good. Arai, disappointed. Arai has been one of those players that at the start of the season was fantastic. I clicked the button and then I was like, I probably shouldn't have said that because Takayama was really good in that game. He just got unlucky that we didn't win by. He didn't keep a clean sheet because of it. Hiroshima can only manage a draw. We win the league. It looks comfortable in the end. 4 points. Never in doubt, lads. Never in doubt. Final day sees Saitama United lift the Nihon League 1 again. Looking to move on. I thought it was one of my players looking to move. Nope. So we've won it for the 5th time. Only the 5th time. Is that like the 5th time in recent history, or we won it 4 times since in the last 6 years? Is it? Yeah, we won it 4 times in the last 6 years, and Okayama have just been dominant. I know Okayama is the something Antlers. I don't remember the first name of them, but I know there's something Antlers anyway. Another win, we're fantastic. Board pleased, fantastic. Sato could do with a rest. Yamashita, man of the match, player of the match. I find it interesting we call it player of the match, even though there's no women in the game yet. If there was a women's league in the game, you'd say fair enough to player of the match. We've just received 18 million. It is a shame the season has ended, as the strong run of form shown by the team over the final few games could have taken us to even greater heights. We won the league. But okay. We end the season with a 4 million profit. We also got a transfer budget just over 40 million, as you do. Wage budget's been brought up to €576,750 per week. Fruity. And we are only spending less than 400k of it. So we still have we still have basically 200k in wages that we could spend if we desired. That is insane. We do have a cup semi-final in 25 days against the same team, in a neutral venue. We're playing in Yokohama Stadium, where it'll decide if we're going to make it to the final of the Tanahoy Cup. We could be playing Katsuyusu Blanco or Hijimi Blues, who are a second division team. I actually didn't check to see how that league was getting on. They're qualified, champions. Kagoshima are definitely promoted, and Niigata Unicorn and Kumamoto AC Athletic Club. No, it's Kumamoto. Okay, one of those two teams is going to be playing against Sapporo Mitos to decide who's going to be in the league next season. Yamashita ends with the most goals in the league, highest average rating, which is Gajdas, because he's a beast. Slovakian international, don't you know? Yamanashi with the most assists, and other than that, nobody else makes it into any of the stuff. I don't know if the end of season awards gets given out after the cup final, or if we have to wait until, or if it'll pop up after this game. I don't know yet, so we'll figure that out at some point. If we make it to the final, I'll show you that. I'm not going to bother with the semi-final. I didn't show you the Nabisco Cup final. Actually, speaking of interesting finals, Okayama are in the Champions League final. I thought they got knocked out in the semi-finals against Suwon. I was wrong. What I looked at was them losing the first leg 2-0. And then I saw Okayama... No, whatever way it worked anyway. I thought Suwon were after scoring 4 goals. I didn't actually look to see. I wasn't paying enough attention because I was just kind of skipping ahead because we were in between games. In between recordings. And Okayama ended up in the final. They won the first leg 4-1. They have a second leg to guarantee it. So, they're going to be pretty dominant. I think they're after winning the Champions League. So, but we've guaranteed our place next year in the Champions League, so that's fine with me. So, if you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. We are going to come back if we have a final, and then we'll do the season finale roundup, who did what, where, and when, how, and we'll do a little look to see how the players did, which is exactly what I just said we're going to do. Anyway, like I said, if you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all your friends, and thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one.